Hi, this is Aaron, co-founder and CEO of Orgspace. Today we're excited to demonstrate some new capabilities that we've built into Orgspace over the past few months. One of these new capabilities is what we'd like to call the new team formation experience. What's the new team formation experience? Well, one of the things that back in our prior roles as VPs of engineering, we would frequently experience is we're staffing up a team, or maybe we're adding people to a team, or maybe we're changing configurations of teams. And sometimes you're looking at the entire org chart. Sometimes you need to focus on the individual team though, and understand what some of the trade-offs are as you're adding roles, looking at what the budgets are, looking at what maybe some of your DEI stats are, maybe any other kind of thing about even geography spread and things like that. As part of our demo today, we're going to see what this new experience is, how you use it, and why we think it might be valuable for you as users of Orgspace. Let's dive in and check it out. Hi. In today's demo, we are going to walk through a scenario where we are staffing up our revenue retention team at our fictional company, Acme Corp. So what you see in Orgspace today is that we've created a draft called Staff Up Revenue Retention. And what we want to do is go down to our revenue retention team. So we're going to scroll down into this particular part of the organization, into this particular team, and take a look at some of the things about that team and look at how we might staff that team up. So let's click on revenue retention. And now we can see a bunch of different properties about revenue retention. We can see we have a role here for an engineering manager, a number of engineers of various types on the team currently. But what we might want to do in this particular environment is actually increase this team, increase people on this team, because maybe this year we decide to prioritize revenue retention in a more significant way with the way the economy is changing right now. So we can see the people, we can see that they're dispersed across a couple different geographies. Let's go into this Edit Staffing button and see what we can do. So what you see here is a calendar-based view. This is new to Orgspace as of November of 2022. And what we want to be able to do is add different assignments that happen over time. One of the new capabilities in Orgspace is our cost projection engine, which allows us to look at what each team, what the team costs for each month over time, given a set of cost rules around compensation. But in this particular case, we may want to say, okay, well, if we're going to staff this team up, let's add a new assignment. So if we create a new assignment, we get a blank box here where we can put in a new role. Now, the new thing here in Orgspace is prior to this, assignments didn't have time constraints. Now they do. So we can say, let's make sure this role starts, maybe we expect it to start in January. Let's just go ahead and post that there. And then we can actually maybe create a couple more assignments as well that might also start at that time. Let's go ahead and create 3 of these. And then we can click on this role to maybe say what one of the properties are. So let's look at this. Maybe let's call this a back-end engineer. Maybe let's call this a front DevOps engineer in this case. And maybe we're going to call this last one a front-end engineer. So we can look at those properties. Now, currently these are unstaffed, and so they don't count towards costs yet. But what we want to do is then say, okay, well, let's put people into these roles. So we're going to click this toggle, so only unstaffed members. And we're going to go ahead and grab Addison Warren, who's an engineer. We're just going to go ahead and grab that back-end engineer there. We are going to have, let's find Elisa Morgan and put her into the DevOps engineer role. And let's grab Arthur, the staff engineer, and have Arthur work as a front-end engineer in this case. Now, as we add these folks, you can see the cost, the projected cost has gone up to approximately $100,000 a month based on the set of cost rules. And then if we need to, we might say maybe they're going to all start in January, or maybe in order to save a little bit of money and to maybe make this more of a reality-based staffing scenario, maybe not everybody's going to start at the same time. Maybe there's going to be some lead time in terms of getting people ramped up. Maybe we're going to assume a couple of these folks are going to start later and later still. So when you do that, you can actually see some of these cost projections for each month change as we move these start dates around. So maybe we'll stagger them out a little bit more, and you start to see that change down here as well. So a few different properties you get with this. You can add as many assignments as you want. Obviously, you don't want to have a team of hundreds of people. That's very, very hard to manage. But something like this, adding 3 people, we think might move the needle. If you click on the name of the role, so in this case, backend engineer, you can go in and look at some of the other properties. You can look at what team they're on. Maybe you can change a team assignment. You can change the allocation percentage. You can change all sorts of different things about that assignment. But the key is being able to go in here and look at different properties of that team, look at different properties of that assignment, and then really kind of get into the details. Where is this kind of thing useful? In many product companies, there are roles that might be time-bound. There might be only a movement between teams for a period of time. You may have other properties about teams where you just want to model that people start on different dates and have more accurate cost modeling. This is also useful for professional services organizations where maybe teams kind of get created during a project, and then they get sunsetted as the project completes. That is today's demo of the new team formation experience which includes the staffing screen. Thank you and have a great day. Whether you're standing up new teams or even having to reduce team sizes in the current economic environment, Orgspace is there to help you understand the trade-offs as you're implementing these changes so that your changes can be successful, so that you can be positioned for growth as we go into the future. We're really excited to bring these capabilities. If you want to try it out today, go to orgspace.io/register and you can get started for free. Thank you, and we will see you soon. Bye.